Guys, let's talk about the tentative research file that's coming up very soon. The requirements for the research file are pretty straightforward. The big thing you got to know is you need to have 5 sources, at a minimum 5 sources. So I'm not super fussy. These sources can be hard copies, paper copies of articles you've printed out, or they can be electronic sources. They can be sources that you have on your iPad and you're reading electronically, and maybe you have arranged in a folder together. Whether hard copy or electronic copy though, the main thing I want to see is annotations. By annotations, I mean I want to see the notes you're taking on the work you're doing. So you can be writing directly on the article itself through Notability or on paper. You can be keeping stuff separate in a notebook. But I want to see you're doing some thinking about your articles, and of course that also implies you've begun reading them. The last thing I want to look for is how you're keeping your information organized. So maybe you're keeping physical or electronic folders through your iPad or through hard copies. Maybe through your annotations, you're keeping all your information organized within each source. So you're recording your thoughts on the sources themselves. Or maybe you're keeping a separate idea map where you're tracking all your information. Here's the main thing I want to verify. Are you keeping track of where your information comes from? Because you're going to do a lot of research, and you need to be keeping track as you go where you're getting each piece of information, so you don't have this mad dash at the end trying to figure out how to cite what comes from where. So keep your information organized. So to review, I'll be looking to see that you have at least 5 sources, whether they're hard copy or electronic copy. I want to see some annotations, that you are making notes, you are highlighting, you're outlining as you read your sources. And finally, I'll be looking for a sense of organization, that you're keeping track of what pieces of information you're getting from which source, and you're planning your paper as you go. Okay guys, I think that covers it. Let me know if you have any questions.